Statistics and their application in Stafford and Mary Washington Hospital by a whole bunch of people. Yeah. Stafford Hospital was built 100 years ago as an 8-room hospital in Fredericksburg. It was a branch of the Mary Washington Hospital. Today, it continues to be non-for-profit and is conveniently located off of I-95 in the intersection of Courthouse Road and Route 1. Currently, they have 537 beds in all private rooms.
The demographics of the hospital are that all are served. Due to the Hippocratic Oath, anybody even requiring of no money has to be worked on and fixed because of their good nature of their job. As far as employees come, they have far more laborers than management people. They might have 10 janitorial staff for every one manager or one department head, and lots of other nurses and doctors working underneath them. And it's come to education, they have people from trade school for electrical engineering to possible other degree options such as PhDs for neuroscience or just any other type of doctoral job that may require the highest amount of degrees. When it comes to community concerns, obviously it helps people from stop being dead. They help treat people and fix people. They also increase the job market for both skilled and unskilled laborers, whereas they build a hospital somewhere, now there are jobs for janitorial staff as well as people who might have PhDs who may not be able to find work near where their family lives. They give out 30 medical grants per year, and last year it totaled over $700,000, and this could go for research, for education, for anything like that, and they just help fund communities around them. And they also educate college-age students from Mary Wash for radiology and nursing degrees so that they can have first-hand experience in the job that they're going to work in before they actually get to that position so that they feel secure and ready for their next field.
When asked about international concerns, they didn't say much, but they did tell us that their medicines are supplied by international companies. There's not much competition with international markets at the hospital because many people prefer to stay close to home to be with sick relatives or if they're sick themselves. In reference to science aspects, we were told that biology and chemistry are used to develop treatment options. Radiology labs use chemistry and physics, and maintenance uses fluid dynamics to cool the hospital's water supply. And the pharmacy uses chemistry to dilute the pharmaceuticals to match a patient's need.
Stafford Hospital also uses a great deal of math and technology in order to carry out their day-to-day activities. They use math to calibrate lasers to measure the dimensions of a person's body. This is done to create a cast that can secure them during an X-ray or CT scan because if a person is moving around or wiggling, especially kids, it can create a blurry image and then the procedure may have to be repeated. Math is also used to measure the amount of medicine that a patient is given, and it's largely determined based on their body weight, height, and age because these factors can affect the amount of a potentially toxic chemical that a person can withstand. The hospital uses advanced X-ray machines that can move without having to move the patient in order to reduce injury or pain if they're in an awkward position. It can also provide a much more effective full-body scan. They use fingerprint IDs to figure out who's going where and when in the hospital and to keep track of what medicines are being checked out. The Cardiac and Intervention Radiology Lab is basically one giant jumble of technology that emits radiation in the radiology lab or various other ways of determining cardiac function. They use ultrasounds, which are basically high-frequency waves that go through the body and let you see inside it like a miniature X-ray in real time. And hydraulic cooling pipes run throughout the hospital in order to cool it and keep everything working.
In terms of environmental concerns, Stafford Hospital uses a small artificial lake to supply their water. Sprinklers and the hospital water are both fed by irrigation systems connected to this lake. Stafford Hospital makes efforts to minimize their environmental impact by running off of hydraulics, and makes use of backup generators. In order to ensure the safety of patients and caregivers, all medical products are checked by the FDA before being imported to the United States. The hospital's backup generators can last up to 1 week in case of a power outage, and every room is fire protected with intricate fire extraction plans due to the hospital's shelter-in-place policy. All narcotics are strictly regulated and stored in locked file cabinets to prevent their theft or misuse.